back to video games. Been doing a lot of mods here lately, and particularly on Sega stuff, because all the things I've been ordering are finally coming in. Anyway, my question is, why is Saturn stuff so unnecessarily expensive? I can't seem to figure out why. The Dreamcast is significantly cheaper, and it's sort of sits in the same vein. You know, they have Pico power supplies for both of them. They have SD card readers for both of them. The optical drives, you can get those. The lasers. Everything is double the price on the Saturn. And from what I see, the Saturn had a longer run, more support, and is more readily available. Now, I could be completely wrong on that, because the only thing I looked at was the years that it ran. Dreamcast may have outsold it. I don't know. Those numbers I'm not sure about. But I got a Pico power supply with everything. GDEMU, and just in case I ever want to play a disc, I got a new optical drive, all for my Dreamcast. Every bit of that cost me around $110. My Saturn, on the other hand, I got the exact comparable stuff. Saturn stuff, obviously. So I got the Pico, I got the fin rear, because I went low. Even though I do have a mode on order. But for the purposes of this, I'm taking that out of the equation. And I bought new laser and the stuff to refurbish the optical drive. Couldn't find my optical drive in that particular Saturn model. Anyway, that cost me close to $220. That is about dead even double the cost. Now, I'm a Sega fanboy. Always will be. Huge. Me and Sega. Love Sega. Honestly believe they still made the best game consoles ever. I like the Master System over the NES. The Genesis over the Super Nintendo. I even like the 32X and the Sega CD. Wish they got more support. I love the Saturn, and have the same feelings about the Dreamcast. I think Dreamcast was so far ahead of its time, and it was a perfect console, and then just we screwed the pooch on it. But anyway, I don't understand why this stuff is so much more expensive. I don't know if anybody's seen the Satiator or the Mode, the Ray and the Phoebe, which I've decided to ignore Ray and Phoebe altogether, because that dude who owns that company and makes that has just made it into an unnecessary pain in the ass. If you're going to be like that, sell the intellectual property to China and let AliExpress mass produce those damn things. And then go come up with a new idea. Something that's a little easier on you, so you don't have to be such a pain in the ass when it comes to that product. It's completely unnecessary. But a couple other things I got that were significantly cheaper was the BIOS chip. I got the Japanese cake for the Dreamcast, and I got the Phantom mod for the Saturn. That BIOS mod for the Dreamcast cost me $9. The Phantom mod cost me $40. Now, I'll give a portion of that price to the fact that the Phantom mod is actually plug and play. But still, it's a landslide difference between the prices. Now, with that, I will say that as much as I love the Dreamcast, the Saturn was just an amazing console. It was a stunningly amazing console. I wish they found a way to make it a little bit easier to make games for. But if you look at the architecture on that thing, it's nuts. If anybody hasn't played a Saturn, or has played but hasn't really gotten into the game catalog, get off your ass. It's a fantastic console, and I will say, whatever you do with the Saturn, make sure you have the ability to play Japanese games. Japan got the much bigger catalog. They got a lot, but Radiant Silvergun wasn't released over here, and it's one of the best games you can get. That is an amazing game. It pisses me off to the day that it didn't get a U.S. release. Now, next, all this being said, the 8-bit DOE Saturn wireless controllers. I'm getting ready to order 2. I don't have one. They look fantastic. Dreamcast mod community. Where the hell are my wireless Dreamcast controllers, man? In my opinion, it's the greatest controller ever made. And I know for a fact people are going to argue that. But where's my controller? Man, I love that controller. I need a wireless one. The one mistake Sega made with that controller is the wire comes out of the bottom. I don't understand that at all, unless it's to get out of the way of the memory card. But we need a wireless controller. We need a good wireless controller. And we need a good wireless controller where they don't completely change it. I don't know who's making that new Dreamcast controller that does plug in. I can't remember the name of it, but it looks like a PlayStation controller. And I'm sorry. I know a lot of people disagree, but out of every controller ever made, the controller I hate the most is every Sony controller made PS2 and later. I hate them stupid joysticks being in the same spot opposite one another at the bottom. I don't know if it's my hands or what. I don't have the biggest hands, but they're friggin' fat, like sausage fingers type. So let's get out there. Let's get let's get a wireless Dreamcast controller going. I need one. Beyond that, with the Saturn and the Dreamcast, I'm out. Happy hunting.